Welcome to the Australian Business Show, the ultimate destination for entrepreneurs and business leaders who are ready to make waves in today's dynamic marketplace. Whether you're scaling a startup or leading a major enterprise, the keys to success are right here. We bring you insider access to the minds of the world's top business trailblazers, uncovering the strategies, insights, and innovations that are shaping the future of commerce. Tune in, take notes, and get ready to elevate your game. Now let's dive in.
Hey, good morning. I wanted to have your background of your incredible book, JT. Morning here, of course. Where are you in the world right now?
I'm in New York, and I'm about to go meet Hugh Jackman and billionaire John Katz, and then I'm on a big radio station there, and then I'm going to the New York Knicks playoff game. So Madison Square Garden, first time, so I'm excited. And then I fly out in the next couple of days for a tour in New Zealand and Australia with UGG Boots founder. So excited about that too.
Looking forward to that. Let's jump straight in. I think there's so much happening at the moment. Your massive work in AI space, your book, I've got it. I wanted to have it up on the background here. I've got it here as well. One of the best books I've ever read. It travels with me everywhere. One, thank you. Two, congratulations, because this is actionable insights, right? And learning from failure and making it a success. You've built global empires under pressure. What's a brutal truth in business that most entrepreneurs deny? And how does it cost them margin deals or relevance?
Well, I think based on my book, right? The book was not a biography of my success. It was a biography of my failures. And you learn more from other people's failures than you from mistakes. You know, today, once in a while, I do a call where people pitch me, and this 27-year-old kid has an AI thing and put 40 grand and he's launching in 2 months. And, you know, he goes, we have a database of 300,000 people. Like, as you know, doesn't matter if you know a million people on your social or whatever, it doesn't mean they're going to buy. And I saw this naivete into him, a very know-it-all approach that sometimes maybe a lack of respect or how the world works. Like, it doesn't mean you're just going to start a company that somehow, like, for example, it was AI logistics. So we all know that for companies to change anything they do, there's a risk to it, especially in logistics. So like I said to him, go out there, camp out for 30 days at their office, do whatever it takes, implement, fine tune, and do everything. And he's like, what would I do that? They could do it themselves. Like, he clearly didn't get it and probably will not make it. And if he spent 40,000 to build an AI, how long can anybody, like, I come in, spend 100 and then outdo it. So I think that's the point at that. So.
Yeah. Failure is a really interesting thing. And we have this, generally speaking, we have this aversion to failure. We think failure is terminal. But failure, you teach a lot about failure is only terminal if you stop trying. But you know, in this market, failure isn't always recoverable like it used to be. What's a tactical failure that almost cost you, and how can entrepreneurs bulletproof their business against that same hit?
I don't think there's any failures per se that have like cost me per se. Like, you may have lost a deal or relationship. I've always been very frugal and, you know, always invested in myself. So I think obviously if I hadn't had coaching, I wouldn't have been there. And ironically, if I had not been at that event at Richard Branson, I would have met you. And, you know, for some reason, the Tom Brady thing, if that didn't happen, the relationship wouldn't be what it is today. So it's kind of like there's so many what ifs, right? Like, just
Yeah.
if I had not done this, then nothing of this happened. So there's always that, if I don't do X, whatever it is, you know, show up here, do this, what would I've learned, what would I've missed, and what would have happened?
Yeah. So taking action, right? And
Well,
I
first
think
of all,
that,
taking action, saying yes, and making it happen.
and making it happen. Underdogs listening now have skills but no leverage. What three monetizable actions should they execute in the next 48 hours to turn noise into income?
Well, first of all, there's no such thing as, oh, in 48 hours, I'm going to turn noise to income. First of all, you have to get started and you have to focus. You have to, you know, I own over 70 companies and brands. But be like, oh, I'm a serial entrepreneur. Okay, everybody's a serial entrepreneur. But instead of having three things, just go one thing, go vertical. You can have side things about, like, okay, if something happens, you know, this. But I think people need to go more vertical into their approach rather than horizontal. Like, I heard this today. This guy said to me, pitch me. He wants to start M&A so that he can fund real estate, and with that real estate, fund a nonprofit. Make $60,000 a year as a real estate agent. Like, and you know what? Other people told him how great that idea was. Like, you see what I mean? Like, it's just, first of all, M&A is hard enough as it is. Real estate's hard enough it is. And just, in what world do people think that that would actually work? And that's what happens, lack of coaching. And, you know, it turns out he bought some course or some guru that told him, oh yeah, great idea. You know why? Because it took us 30 grand. right? But I'm the bad guy sometimes just giving people the truth. But then again, I'm the bad guy to the people who want to hear what they hear. I have billionaire partners. I have a lot of people respect me. So you just kind of have the right people. You just become desensitized to, you know, that's why like eagles like to hang out with other eagles. They don't like to hang out with pigeons,
Yeah.
right? And you don't have to be a pigeon. It doesn't mean like I never consider myself a pigeon because I was like this bird who just kept wanting it to fly higher, higher, and higher.
Is that part of, I find that I've been criticized for that in the past too, where, it's like, well, you're never satisfied. You always want more.
Yeah, first of all, someone who says that is not successful. That's number one. And any successful person say, how much is it much more? I started an AI company that's revolutionized, the first one to put a 9-figure brain. I revolutionized the M&A and I wrote a #1 best-selling book in 3 months. And I traveled around the world 3 times in the last 3 months, right? On top of running all my businesses. So for me, work is not work. Like, would I rather do this or be golfing? I live on a golf course. I drive 375 yards. I'd rather do this. So for me, like people consider work work. It's not work for me.
The lifestyle,
Yeah,
isn't
you
it?
know
It's a
what's work for
decision.
me? Playing golf and small talk, and that's
Yeah.
work for me. So to
Yeah.
me, because I've always treated business like a game.
Yeah. Whereas now you approach it with a different, go off your book,
Well,
business is work.
now it's like I don't think in terms of months. I think in terms of 10 years from now.
Yeah.
And 10 years from now, everything's AI. It's all going robots. And so focusing that in M&As.
Why is everybody, I was talking to Hugh Hilton earlier today, and why is M&As, I don't know whether it's because I'm in your world and we're doing a lot with your M7A program. Clearly it's a better way to grow and scale in terms of speed, but this hot topic at the moment, everybody's talking about it. Why?
Real estate's dead. Properties are dead. They're flat. So people are always looking for the next thing. Everybody's talking about AI too. You can talk about it, but very few people do. And I think there's a lot of people who bought properties with no business buy properties that are now stuck with negative gearing and upside down. And that's why so many developers in the last 2 years in Australia have gone out of business. Everybody gets in when it's hot. So I started before, but they're not personally branded. And M&A is not easy. It's hard integrating companies and taking over and all the landmines and stuff like that. But real estate investing is also hard. There's nothing that's easy. There's only one thing that's easy, criticizing others.
Yeah. You and I caught up with billionaire Jack Cohen, and I remember clearly one of the things he said, and I reflect on this all the time, is you asked him the question, if you could do it again, what would you do differently? And he said, I would have taken more risk. So, and again, people say to me, oh, you've got kahunas, you've risked everything. It's like, but not taking a risk, not taking the chance is the risk to me.
Yeah, I mean, let me pull it up here. I saw something from the ruler of Dubai that did a quote. I thought it was really good. To take a risk and fail is not failure. Real failure is the fear of taking any risk.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's satisfied with an average life. I think people convince themselves they are because.
But yeah, people settle, right? They'll be like, okay, I want to be worth 10 million or 5 million. And then maybe then they end up making 5 million. Like, well, I don't care about money. I want to spend more time with my family. Like,
yeah.
Somehow, like they're the only one. Or people say, well, I have children and I was there every morning for breakfast. I'm like, great, where are they at now? Well, we have problems with him and her. So you were there every morning and they still end up like, I think people have to live their own lives. And I think a lot of people think they're sacrificing for their kids. And in some points, their kids are going to sacrifice for their kids. So you have one life. What are you going to do with it? So that's my point. That's how I see it.
Yeah, love it. Like, always real, always raw. But it's the truth, and there's not enough of that out there. So, yeah, I appreciate your book. I wanted to have it up on there because I think, like I said, it's the single best. Yeah,
I really appreciate it. I appreciate being on. Obviously, the friendship and the relationship. Continue our great relationship we have. But once again, a great interview. It's always a pleasure to be on your show.
Thank you, mate.
If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and leave a review. Share it with others who are passionate about healthcare and business. Stay tuned for more incredible stories and insights in our next episode. Until then, keep pushing boundaries. Thanks for tuning into the Australian Business Show. If you found value in today's episode, be sure to rate and review us on your favourite podcast platform. Hit that subscribe button and stay connected with us for more groundbreaking stories, actionable insights, and game-changing tactics designed to fuel your business growth.